Let's pray. Okay, let's pray for the Buddha Dharma Sangha. All the Paranatis of Lord of Deaths and sing. Ananda Sakti Parivarjita Mantra Garbham Tattvana Rupa Nikhilartha Vidana Hetum Astanga Sadhana Kala Parameshwara Cha Nateshwaram Sakala Siddhi Bara Namame Hum. So today is a little bit change in the program. So Tina in a Hong Kong Sangha wanted me to give teachings about the White Taras and also a little bit talk about the Nepal trip. And doesn't happen, but Hong Kong Sangha is not joining today. So only two, I think so, 2 people. So yeah. So, but anyhow, so I'm happy to talk a little bit about also the trip, and also we have here with we have a Nepal trip, and we have Adam there, Karen there, Arlie there, there, and Glenn's there, so who was on my trip so in Nepal. So you can also just say, but it is so difficult to to put together with all the hundreds of pictures about the Nepal trip. So idea about the Nepal trip is just to introduce, just being here talking about the Nepal, seeing the pictures of the Nepal. It's like it's not enough, That's the being in Nepal. It's vast different than how you experience things with that seeing here and talking. So that's the whole idea. It's about in Nepal trip. That's why we did it in Nepal trip, just to people to get the feelings in being in Nepal, and with the environment, with the pollutions, with the craziness, with the traffic, it's add up a lot in Nepal, like a part of Nepal or life of the Nepali people. But when one side, like it's very chaos and very crazy, and other side, it's like people look like live very happily there. So that's about Nepal. So I'm trying to make it that all the part of the, pictures in a different way. So, and then I'm going to give the talk on the too many files opening always. Okay. Okay. So sorry. So Nepal pilgrimage. So this, first date, like when we arrived in a Kathmandu Valley, we have a week before, and we have also the Casey's and Ashley's and also Mario's was there. So when also the Adams was there, so we take every day to Swayambhu. And then I talked to say that we do the bhajans, the Buddhist bhajan, and never bhajan. As soon as we say it that way, they just keep you in the front, stay in the front lines and sing with us, and then they make it that what how many songs you know. So I said this songs we know. So they they sing that song. Slightly different than how we sing here, but it was in the Gyanmala Bhajan in the top of the Swayambhu. So that's a baby also here, Ashley baby in the behind, in the standing. So we have that wonderful moment, and then they've been invited we have this function happening. So then when we go there, they always keep on the stage, you're going to sing with us. So that's happened in Nepal. And then we have a fun, we went through checking with all different hotels and the restaurants, in a bar, looking all different places. So then we found that oh wow, this is a top in a 15th floor hotels, and then there is a bar on the top and restaurant on the top. So it is a wow, that's get this this is will be a wonderful place for the lunch. This is a place where we have more than 3 hours to take a lunch. That's the really crazy place. But we are there with the drinkings and a cocktail. Cocktail is very named after like how it look like a sun shining. They make you the sun shining with the lemons on it with like a sun's, they however the name is, they make it that way. It's just very fascinated in Nepal. And then we went to we arrived, everybody's arrived, and then we don't know where to go. So we have a, like we just have a free day and everybody like, okay, let's go, which I haven't been. It's a Chandragiri. So Chandragiri is like a top in the top mountains. It's about a 15-minute with a car, which what you call that, a cable car, walk with the go with the car. So we went all the way top in the mountain where you can see the entire views. And then we went to lots of different temples in Nepal, have a life temples that people are relaxing, people are all different things happening. And then also, picture it's all over. So it's not in the order. So this gentleman actually in the airport in San Francisco, I just randomly met, I haven't seen him for 10, 15, 20 years, I don't know. He's a superhero in a flute player. His name is Manos. He also the promo, what do you call that? He was playing always with the top level musicians and traveling around the world. So I just ran into him in the airport. And then like all the secret signs and secret symbols, all different places in Nepal. So you see this, and then we have all parties and the people are invited, friends and families, there's also lots of he's my friend, been for a long period of times. So he was the Tanka painter. He's a very fine art Tanka painter. So he invited us for the dinner. So we went there. And then we have also invited people, Bajrachari Club, invite me to give a talk on the, activities and all different things. So I was giving talk. And then we also to the Bahas and Bahis in all different places. And then this gentleman is a very well-known for that. To Baha Bayi, he has written the book about the Baha Bayi, so I hire him for the tour. And then the other side, the picture, it's where I grew up, where I initiated that, but it's not the same like how it is before. So completely changed. That's where I was born in that place. Other one is where I was born, so that place. So and then we have also the Ani Chewing's there too with the famous singers. We just invite her to our hotel actually. This is in our hotel, so where we're staying. That's randomly happened this too. So I was planning to go to visit her schools when we go to Phirping, and there's nothing happening there. So like if you want, comes here. So she came there just to talk for that. Then we went to all the different temples in the narrow areas. It's amazing, the powers of that place with the golds and the silvers, and it's been for thousands of years with this shrines and the place, all different place. And then I just also the discovery, last times, Joseph's with a Gold Courses Center. Gold Courses Center wanted me to give a talk on the Bajra Dhatu mandala. And at the times, I was like, wow, what is the Bajra, try to research. Now I found everywhere in the entrance in Kathmandu Valley, there's always in the Bajra Dhatu with in Mahabhairochana. It's in the center. I see everywhere, every temple in Nepal. So there's more like the Bajra Dhatu is everywhere in the Kathmandu Valley. And all the temple concept is made it as the Bajra Dhatu. So I found like, wow, this is very interesting. So this is the golden temples with the gold been, everything is like the labyrinth and the magic, and just to see that in the eyes in the front of them, thousands of years been sitting there, it's just transformation that's happening. And then, you know, there's also terracotta, where there's thousands of Buddhas been carved with the third generation, 3 generations to take that builds with that. And then the other one is the Krishna Mandir, with its carved with the stones and all the epics, all the Mahabharata has been seated there in that place too. So, and then we went to the different place in the Lumbinis and travel in the Lumbini. There's hundreds of different, you know, monasteries, and each monastery has such a unique. They painted, you know, it's just amazing, amazing, elaborate, like, you know, all different places that is and we went to all the Lumbini, which is for the ancestor, father, you know, the Buddhas, even like a previous Buddhas, and then stones all still there. How big that a brick they make it in the back in old days. They talk about also the carvings in each terracotta, or each brick was really carved. Like you can see that is all you know, paddle is like it's usually in the mandala. When you draw the mandala, they usually have the layers of the layers in the different carving. So it's carved in the same way in that place. Like a being there, sit there, and we did you know, refuge dance and the seeking offering dance in those places. So it's very fascinating. So if you go details more, you know, you can see this is like at a 3,000 or I don't know, all of, you know, 2,500 years old, at least more than 20, you know, 2,500 years of this, the palace of the king Sudardan, which is also like Sakyamuni Buddha's house, basically. So you will see in the detail. And then we have also the magic ceremony in that, you know, Vajrayogini initiations. It's in the temple we had it. So we have a wonderful way of, you know, celebrating. And this is my brothers, with my oldest brothers, who does all the rituals and the sacred rituals that happen. And in the Vajrayogini place. So then the blessings is happening after that, you know, it's blessing. Then we also went to the top of the mountains in Nagarkot and had a coffee in the whole mountain range, you know. It's just like it's so beautiful to see in the mountain range in all different places. It's a cave, it's here. And yeah, this is also, oh, this is still in the place with the mountain area. And this is the cable car, actually. I can play it with the viewers with this. So, this is the city you can see from the whole valleys. So we took the car with this. It's only 30 seconds. The whole entire city you can see from that high. It's so high like that. They made it the car to go there. So, and also, this is the Mahabhyara. So it's built in the Lumbini in the Newar style. So Newar Vajrayana temple. So also the historically it's found that is a Buddha found in the well, 50 or 60 years before, I don't know, one of the archaeological persons came to that area and then found this pillar. So that's why things from there, Buddha was recognized to be born in this place. So before in, you know, everybody said that Buddha was born in India, and then when they found that way, it's have a written in they call the script that period of times called Brahmin Lipi. So and the written there, Buddha was born in here. So this is the Asoka Stupa, Asoka Stamba they call. So that's why they found 9 things from there, and it is whole entire nations. And now it's like a Buddha was born in Nepal. And this is also in the Lumbini, it's also the border of India as well. So this is a place which is considered that. So I mean, in Nepal, like everything's and every little things, like it's museums, you know. You go in a city, like there's so much elaborate and carved and statues and paintings, you know, it's just everywhere. And so this is, you know, first day we have we went to trip with there and went to Soyombo, where I used to dance in that, teach dance in that place in the Soyombo. And so I took them to show a little bit in that area. Yeah, this is, look at me. I'm standing under, look at how big that the pinnacle is. It's like a bigger than my body size in a pinnacle. So this is in Bhaktapur. Bhaktapur is also known as amazing carvings. Every little detail carved, like the stake aways your minds and the bodies, you know, those places. So then we have also the Mapuza, which is draw the, you know, we take a long time, couple of hours of the creating the mandalas and drawing the mandalas, and then, you know, that's in the Upa's house, my student's house in Nepal. And then it's so fun to drink with the Roxy, with his alcohol. So that was Adams and the Tias and the Just, and they enjoy the drinking real alcohol there. And this is the Venezuelan book, did the ritual. Okay, now take a rise to the bow and ring a belt. And the mantra goes in the page number 47. Next to that guy is like a priest who teaches the how to do. So this guy is a priest and teaches the. Colors, alphabet colors. Yellow and red. Both plays in one place. Okay. So and then we went to all the, you know, 4 different corners and the dance with the 16 offerings and a refuse dance in all different corners. So we did it. So yeah.
Could you please speak louder?
Me need to speak louder? It's a full sound here. So we have a lots of photographers and everybody taking photos, and people are looking, and then they're checking with us like you know, there's the people are, there's a person who sit next to that's a Hong Kong lady, Ravaka. He's like a priest. He teaches how to perform the ritual. Actually, I just found that it's later on, like he was watching everything's what we do. So this is sort of our, you know, this is like it's amazing things in every corners of the house after, you know, fires and this is amazing fires that is in the, it's 100 it's Smithy with he got a visa to go to France to study the occasion, so they made it to the good luck sign with the fire offering. That's what did happen in Nepal. Yeah, then we went to the also, oh, you haven't gone to this place, so lots of people, just me and Adams, we went to the Pasupati after that. Oh, I went to also the minister to see minister, but he's not there. So my brothers took me that his work, like this is the minister where, you know, diplomatic people, when he meeting with the diplomatic people, that's also the other part. And then I've been honored lots of places with this Aksheshwar Mahavyara with the rubber beer. I don't know, you know about Robert Beer. Robert Beer is a very well-known writer. He wrote the encyclopedia about all the Buddhist symbols, meanings and gestures, and meaning have many different layers. And he's now is 75. So he was in Nepal, happened to be in Nepal. So they both honor us in that place, in Acheshwar Mahavyar. So they gave me certificate with this. So with it's like a, so that's it. And they then other place I also they invited me to be, this is also the part. There's also the newspaper came out with this. So it's called the Charyaniti Guru Badacharyata Chamo Wa Tapa Lalata. So that's they say like a I became as the leader. The Tapa is like in Nepal. Tapa means like you have to be like the 80 years old. Then you become a Tapa. So when you get Tapa means also in Nepal like when you have all this in the community, like that they have each Bihara have a own community. So whoever get all this in that Bihara, they become a Tapa, and he is the honor to be like the leader of that. Oldest person would be leader. So they give me as I don't know, whatever that reason, they feel like I'm a leader. So it's been honored me with the dress and costumes with this. So I just dress up and and that's also the paintings with what we do here. That's also we have that was given by this gentleman. So and also I went to one of the Korean Buddhist center there. So I was like, you have to be here, like in the last minute, I was just running, and then I got also the honor with the Korean communities with this. So I'm also this is the middle one is a wife and husband, they run and this center from the Korean Buddhist Center, and they are. I don't know, the guy went to Korea and did a PhD on the Buddhism. So he brought that Buddhism to, and they have 200 people there in that place. So I was like, okay, yeah, I went there. So I've been honored there too. So, and then we have the feasts, we have parties in the end of the day. So, and my student from Japan, she also happened to be there. So she's just, funny. She does all the funny. So this is the 15 courses of meal, 15 courses of food. And that is the end of the day, actually. This happened in my family. So we offer, also, okay, my photo is up and down. So I got one of the tourist minister. He was my neighborhood, actually. He was from my neighbor. So I was run into his, he's a minister of the tourists. And then Sridhar Rana, who is also giving an initiation for us with the Amitabha initiation start. So this is the Amitabha initiations empowerment with all the group. We are there with one side, just only English tourists. Then this is also our group. It's on this side. On the other side, it is the Nepalese group there. And then we have to offer the mandala offerings. That's happened. And they give me keep you into I don't know, to keep it a little bit high level. So yeah, this is begin with this, We went to some place that is a big Padmanabheshwara there. So we just want to take a pose of the Nateshwara. That's my niece. So I just see her. And that's what Stacy gave a present for her, that dress so we wear, and we had a picture with her. And yeah, in Nepal, you will see that the wire, it's like it's hard to take in sometimes, like how the wire working there, electricities and all the, like every corner, it's like the hundreds of wires, it's piling up. So it's hard to see where that goes. And we have a special drinking parties happen there. This is the black one. This is the marrow, what do you call it? It's a bone marrow. It's a bone marrow rapid with it's kind of the meat, some part of the buffaloes. You open up, it's big in a bag, and then they insert the bone marrow, and then they tie it with the thread, and then they deep fry. So the bone marrow is like a completely juicy. And so you just take a bite and take it out. That's how bite. And this is the tumba. Tumba is like a kind of alcohol. You keep the hot water, it's millet. It's a fermented millet. And you keep adding hot water, you're just soaking with the hot water, drinking with the hot water. And so we have also they have a wrap with the cabbage with all the food, it's amazing food there. So, and we also went to the Brickham bar one day. Brickham's, he's a chef in Portland. He's been teaching culinary school for 25 years. So he used to, in Kathmandu, he started the bar, first bar in the town. So we went to his bar just to have a fun. And Nepali food is like this is just the snacks. It's not even dinner. This is the liver. This is the liver, and then this the meat. The dark one is the inside intuition, that the belly part. That's we eat in Nepal. And yeah, so this is where the Manjusri cut the gores and keep the water away for the Kathmandu Valley. So this is the place we went there too. And this is, every place is like a unique and, so old. They've been sitting there. And this is also the same place where the gorge is. This is the Guru Rinpoche cave and the Vajrayogini temple in that place. So we went there. And this is funny. This. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Let's stare. That's wow.
You got it. I'm giving birth to myself.
Let's do it. You did it. You did it. Yeah, and baby came out there too. So it's a good luck when you fit in that hole. That means a good luck. That's what everybody does in that Vajrayogini place, which is also the cave there, which is a high cave is there considered. So this is our team, like okay, with the boss every day with the boss. We go like one place to other place. This is our traveling boss. So. And we also made that the very wonderful, actually Karen's brought the hymn. It's very well-known to Buddhist scholars, and a lot of text been translated, and he's like a kind of the top levels of the Buddhist scholars. So we got an opportunity to have a lunch with him. And we went to the other place, which is also the Kumari, the living goddess, and the living goddess. There's also with the living goddess have two different. One is the Vairava, one is one is Vairava, one is the Ganesh. So he's a Vairava, so he's a protector before Kumari chariot been pulled out. So he's a protector. So they brought it there to where the Upa's house. So they have somehow connections with the Upa's family. So they brought it, actually gave a darshan for us in that house. So that's what's amazing. Yeah, this is our team. This is our hotel where we stay. This is in the Kargayogini place. We dress up in one day, that dress, everybody got that dress. This is so wonderful to see all the dress in Nepal. And this is in Lumbini. So we went to Lumbini, the Buddhist birthplace too. Dancing and traveling. We eat in the fancy Tibetans, and that's the families in place in a different place. This is one picture, and this is also dancing. When it's a Lumbini University and a Lumbini courtyard where we did dance. This is the Vajrayogini place with the Vajrayogini. After Vajrayogini initiation, we did a dance in there. And this is also Lumbini in the Swayambhu, different place. And this is in the Lumbini with the good. And also Padma Kanya College. That's they share with their dance in the Padma Kanya College. And this is the dance in the Itumba Hall, final with a full dress up and dance in the Itumba Hall. And yeah, that's the honorings everybody's and the respect, that's happening. So, and this is the Subha's brother who gave this the butter lamps for me, the big butter lamps for the 3 days. That's his handling me. And his house is like a Manson house. It's like an amazing house. He made like a, in a roof, you have like a thousands of locator. It's like a very rich, the house in the Swayambhu area. So, and those are my school friends. I grew up with the schools with those people. So, and this gentleman in the right on me, he just opened that a hotel, and it's just opening hotel. He's the owner of like a kind of like a 5-star hotel right now. He owned that house, like owned that building. So we had a parties there, and then he invited my schools where I went to school with them. So, and then lady who marries with this guy. This guy is also the Lumbini Development Secretary after Lumbini Development. When we are there, he's not there, so we miss him there. But he in Kathmandu. So that is his wife. Wife is who took always my interviews when I was in Nepal. She's working for the Nepal television with the Nepal language television. So that's a great moment. And then at the end of the day, we did my brother's rituals. So this is my other brothers who does the rituals, and we have a secret rituals and the singing and lots of singing. Charya songs have been sang there, and the elaborate the korma they created in there. So that's in my family's house. And at the end of the day, we saw that is all when we came back, like the mountain is there. So it's in the Portlands with it's an amazing mountain we saw from the Seattle to fly here. So, that's also the other one, which we went to see the Patan Kumari blessed by the Patan Kumari. So we got a blessing from the Patan Kumari, living goddess. And in the stretch, in the lots of places in the temple area, I saw so many animal faces with the singing, musical instrument. I was just very fascinated with those things. So, and like some are like meditating with the frog face or whatever. It's just amazing to see. And then somebody made the videos with this for us.
Switch and save $652. It's okay. There's enough for everyone.
All kinds of gifts. Made for all kinds of giving. Etsy has it.
चर्या नृत्य नेपालको मौलिक गुह्य नृत्य वज्रयान बौद्ध धर्मसँग सम्बन्धित चर्या नृत्य कुनै बेला बहाबहीमा गोप्य रूपमा साधना हुने गर्दथ्यो
There's the 5 Buddhas. It's also the part of the Vajrayana tradition. 5 Buddhas. And also, the 5 Buddhas can bring it to the body and transform it into the body.
नृत्यमा रक्त गणेश आर्य तारा वज्रयोगिनी र वज्रबाराही लगायतका अन्य नृत्य प्रस्तुत हुन्छन्। महामञ्जुश्री चर्या नृत्यका प्रथम रचनाकार संगीतकार र गायक भएको विश्वास रहँदै आएको छ। साथै बोधिसत्वहरूले बोधि ज्ञान प्रभा गर्न चर्या गीत र नृत्य प्रयोगमा ल्याएको मान्यता छ। बाहाभैमा गोप्य रूपमा साधना हुने नृत्य विश्वमा नेपालको पहिचान बनेर फैलिएको छ। अमेरिका लगायत विश्वमा यो नृत्यलाई फैलाउन नृत्य मण्डला महाविहार पोर्टल्यान्ड बहा जुटिरहेको छ। अमेरिकाको पोर्टल्यान्डमा नेपाली शैलीमा बहा नै स्थापना गरेर नृत्यलाई प्रचार प्रसार र विदेशीलाई नृत्य समेत सिकाएर शिक्षित गरिरहेको छ। यसैबीच बहाका प्रमुख एवं गुरु प्रज्वल रत्न वज्राचार्यको टोली नेपाल आएको थियो। टोलीले लुम्बिनी बगैँचा र स्वयं महाचैत्य लगायत नेपालका ऐतिहासिक विभिन्न विहार बहाभैमा सार्वजनिक रूपमा नृत्य प्रस्तुत गरेको थियो। गुरु वज्राचार्य नेपालको मौलिक परम्परा र संस्कृतिलाई जोगाइराख्न विश्वमा नृत्यको प्रवर्धनमा लागिरहेको बताउनुहुन्छ।
तिब्बती धर्मको यति सम्मानहरू पाइरहेको छ।
चर्या कलाकार देशेशाले चर्या नृत्यमा वज्रयान बौद्ध दर्शनसँगै ध्यान भाव पनि भएकोले यसप्रति समर्पित भएको बताइन्।
Because rather than, sitting for long periods of time, you're moving the body, and to sit and get into a meditative state can take quite a long time. But once you start the movement and start incorporating the beautiful visualization aspect of the dance, it's quite easy to get into a meditative state.
कलाकार एडम विदेमा बुद्ध धर्मको तान्त्रिक पक्ष सशक्त नृत्य कला प्रस्तुत गर्न सकिने भएकोले यसमा लागेको बताउनुहुन्छ।
Studying the dance allows us a way to better pull that into us, and as we learn the language, as we learn what the symbolism and the meanings, we learn to create an environment that allows us to not falter from the path.
कलाकार जोसुआ प्रोटोको धारणा पनि यस्तै छ। उहाँ भन्नुहुन्छ नृत्यको ध्यान मुद्रा र ध्यान भाव विशिष्ट छ।
I feel that the Charya dance, the Charya Nritya, is a jewel of Nepal, not just a jewel of Nepal culture, but of the Buddhist tradition, the Buddhist practice tradition, and the Vajrayana practice tradition.
वज्रयानी बुद्ध दर्शनमा आधारित नृत्यलाई लोपोन्मुख हुनबाट बचाउन वज्राचार्यको टोलीले गरेको प्रयास सराहनीय छ। बुद्ध धर्मको महान मौलिक परम्परा, कला र संस्कृतिलाई जोगाइराख्न सरकारी स्तरबाट पनि ठोस कार्य हुन जरुरी छ। समाचारका लागि तामाङका साथ नरेन्द्र मनान्दर।
Okay, I think so. This is it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so yeah, that's right. Thank you. So this is, I'm just, it's take a long time. I just try to choose the picture. It will be take it like a crazy. So, but I just try to share a little bit. So we have a people also here. So if you want to share a little bit, you can. So yeah, I think Karen's and Andrew, Glenn's. So please share a little bit too. So then we move on to the white color. Maybe a few minutes, like the 2 minutes to share, or unmute. Yeah.
Karen, would you like to have some sharing, Karen? I saw you have a wonderful place there.
Sure. It was a dream. It was an absolute dream come true to go to this such a rich place of tradition and practice, expressed in ritual and art, architecture, and of course, the beautiful song and dance. And to plant a dance step in every single sacred space was so incredible. It was amazing. And the group was amazing. And what a beautiful group, just so eager to experience and practice and do and be a part of this place together. It was awesome. I can't speak highly enough about it. And the energy that Prajwal brought to the whole experience was just amazing, overwhelming. A cup bubbling over. I can only compare it to that temple. It was a yogini temple with the bubbling over red liquid. Which temple was that, Prajwal?
I think so. I think so. Karga Yogini place. No?
Karga Yogini. Okay, well, in the inner sanctum, there's this sort of hole that's spouting red liquid continuously, and that was what this trip was. It was just spouting this delicious amrita nonstop. So yeah, it was wonderful just to be completely immersed in this place. Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Karen. Yeah. Andrew, want to share something or unmute? Yeah.
It was like everything that Karen said. It was so fabulous. It was so amazing to be surrounded by the people we were with were so beautiful, and the people we met were so generous and lovely. And to be surrounded by all of this living artwork was just an experience. I don't know where else you can have this. It was just totally amazing. I'm so thankful, so grateful that we all went on this trip. And the people were just fabulous. I can't say enough wonderful things about it. And I felt like being with Prajwal, I was with like a national treasure. It was just total. Amazing is the word. We keep using it over and over, but that's what it was. It was just a gift. It was just like a never-ending gift. It was fabulous.
And I'm going to see your friend
Oh,
tomorrow.
great. Karen knows him too. Wonderful. Yeah. Harry's important.
Harry, yeah. I'm going to see tomorrow around 1 o'clock. Actually, lunch. Try to make lunch.
Oh, great, wonderful. I'm so excited for both of you, and a little envious.
Yeah.
That he's there. I'm not.
Yeah. I've communicated with him. So Good. Okay. Adams and Glens, do you want to share something?
Yeah, I'll share. Sorry. Oh.
Yeah. I'm just trying to say that you guys is the first time in Nepal, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Kind of an addition was seeing how the Vajracharyas and other practitioners and people of the area responded to us, participating in these practices that as the first ones, they seemed all very receptive, and that was amazing too. They wanted to understand more, and some of them were like, we don't know this stuff nearly as well, and we want to study it now. And to see it, how it kind of it helped to awaken them up to wanting to study or wanting to know more or to do more, and kind of seeing it as like we're as a healthy reflection on both sides, we're all kind of growing and learning together at this point. That was really cool to see. And it seemed everybody was very receptive. They were very happy. They seemed happy, at least to me, that we were there and doing these practices and that we were studying, and so that was really nice to see. Yeah.
That's great, Helen. Yeah. Lance, do you want to say something?
I mean, I guess the pics and vids speak for themselves. But yeah, I enjoyed the whole trip. I'm just so ever grateful for this. Like especially for my first time in Nepal. And yeah, it was just like it's like once in a lifetime kind of thing for me. Of course I'll be coming back, of course. That yeah, it's like it was like life changing for me. Yeah. Yeah, it was I can just hardly wait to come back. It's like you cannot, it's like you cannot just fit everything in just like 2 weeks. So it's like you can never get enough. Yeah.
It's great. Okay, so thank you. Yeah. So yeah, this is a great trip. I enjoy. So Beiji is always there, and I'm glad that I kind of got the dengues, and I didn't get sick. I didn't get So we're just moving. I was so worried about all my families get a dengue. So I was like, okay, keep moving. But it's really went well, and it's everything's perfect. So, and we get home the right in times. Even we missed the 2 flight, but get in the right times, and we have a wonderful anniversary also happen in the same time. So, anyhow, so this is our trip. So next chapter is going to be White Tara. So White Tara, it's